in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. President.
We are a smaller but very select crew tonight. It's the elite in. There are people in the cafe who probably don't know what this is. This is the Blackheath and Bromley Harriers Wednesday night President's News, where you hear all the news about what's been going on in our club. And I'm going to start tonight by inviting Steve Evenden to do a report on the Tokyo Marathon.
Thank you. Hiya. Yeah, well, pleased to say there were 6 Blackheath athletes at the start line of the Tokyo Marathon. It was a very cold, 5 degrees, but bright sunshine. Managed to get sunburnt in 5 degrees, which is quite an achievement. But it was just an amazing experience, and some really stellar performances. So I'll just run down what the performances. You had Dylan Mitchard in 2 hours 41. Roger Villadale, 2 hours 53. The star performance overall for me was Matt Maddox here, who knocked 8 minutes off his PB. Not only knocked 8 minutes off his PB, but he managed to run a negative split, which is obviously the dream of any marathon runner. He did a negative split 2 minutes quicker in the second half, so phenomenal performance. I managed a steady 3 hours 14, which I was really pleased with. I said to Matt on the way out, I want to go 3 hours 14. I ran 3 hours 14 in 1 second, so I was quite pleased with that. So yeah, not too bad. Will Brindley ran 3:18, but more importantly, Will managed to complete his 6th Abbott's Major, which obviously is a major achievement, and he also managed to hit the media feed of the Abbott's Marathon, so he's gone global. In true fashion for the club. And Steve Pearman ran 4:16, but Steve has hardly trained at all. I know he's been holidaying in New Zealand, etc., but he's had an ankle injury, and I think that was a phenomenal performance. So I'm really pleased. I think that's Steve's 3rd star, so he's well on the way to the 6th. But overall, it was a great experience. Those that are retired, like Steve and Will, have been able to enjoy the holiday, and they're all enjoying themselves. Me and Matt got the flight back on Monday.
Well done. And Bob, can you come in and do a close up on the medal? That's been the closest most of us get to. The closest I will get to a marathon finishing medal, I'm sure. Thank you very much, Steve.
Great.
Well done. And
Seven
well done
weeks to go to London. So.
Yeah. Oh, you'll smash it, won't you? After all that training. Well, we're going to stay with the longer distance stuff because also on Sunday, in a much less exotic place than Tokyo, was the Paddock Wood Half Marathon, and we had quite a big turnout from the club there. And the provisional results that are up online are a little bit tricky to navigate. At one stage, one of our only woman runner that I can see was down in the men's category, but I think they're gradually sorting it out. But for our senior men, Dan Kennedy ran 72:04, which was good for 29th place. Graham Lugo ran 74:45. These are all chip times, by the way, not the gun to tape times. Peter Brooks ran 75:32. Tim Ayres 91:14. Harry Schmidt 92:38. And Richard Byford 1 hour 43:20. And then in the M40 to 49 category, Finton Parkinson ran 75:59. Paul Sharp 81:05 and Martin Parkinson 84:22. And in the M50-59 category, Luca Ercolani ran 78:40, which was 5th in the M50 category, and Damien Hayes ran 93.24. In the M60-69 category, Austin Adams ran 1 hour 52:55, and Dave Leal 1 hour 57:53. Now, we only had one woman runner, I think, in the event. That was Jess Keane, who ran 80.42, which made her, I think, the 5th female finisher in the event. And I think that was also Jess's first attempt at half marathon. So very well done, all of you. Moving on to parkrun, on Saturday, 2nd of March, we had 49 runners running at 19 different parkruns, and these were the best results. James Bunn was first finisher, and Philip Bunn, third finisher at Hoblingwell. Alice Bunn, who I assume is related or part of the same family, but not registered as a club member, was the 3rd female finisher, so very well done, all the Bunns. Katie Sugden was first female finisher at Orpington. Ashley Pearson was first female finisher at Beckenham Place Park. Darren Cornet was second finisher at Sutcliffe. Millie Smith was second female finisher at University Parks, and Trang and Guyan was third female finisher at Bromley. Now, the award for furthest heathens away from the clubhouse, not surprisingly this week, goes to Steve Evenden, Will Brindley, Matt Maddox, Steve Pearman and Julia Pearman, who all ran at the Momoi Harappa Koen Parkrun, Suganami, near Tokyo, Japan. Moving away from athletics endeavours, on last Friday night we had a very successful bingo night, the second in of our popular bingo nights, organised by Alice Platt and the Social Committee. And I'm very pleased to say that the through ticket sales, the bingo game cards and raffle on the night, the evening raised £1,160 for club funds. So, to put it another way, that's 11 and 60, legs 11 and blind 60. Very well done to Alice for putting the event together, and let's hope that the next time we have one, we can get even more club members there. It was a great fun and a lovely evening. Now, on Monday evening, we had a meeting of the executive committee of the club, and one of the action points out of that was to republicise some of the very important vacancies that we have at the club. So we need to find a kit coordinator. This is ordering the athletic kit for competition use and other items which can be used for training or casual wear. Claire Ostrich is doing the job on a temporary basis, but she really needs to hand it on to somebody who can do the job permanently. Likewise, the Trophy and Honours Secretary. This is about keeping track of the various trophies which are awarded for club events, as well as the trophies that our athletes win, but we have to give back to the various leagues and competition organisers. This would be a really nice job for someone who likes record keeping and has an interest in club history. I think it also includes things like arranging awards for members with long service. Paul Ostrich is doing the job temporarily, but he also has a lot of other commitments for the club and needs to hand this on to somebody permanently. Now, if you're interested in either or both of those roles, please contact the club secretary, Helga Pullin. We committed to competing again in the National Athletics League this coming season. The club is in the Premier Division of the league, but at the moment we don't have managers for either the men's team or the women's team, and we really do need someone to take those roles on. There will be help available for anybody who does do that. If you can help, please contact Paul Byfield. And also, the Social Committee. We have a very diverse range of members these days, of all ages and backgrounds, members of the club. So it's important that the Social Committee understands what kinds of social events will appeal to our membership. And we would like at least one person on the committee to be a regular Wednesday nighter. So if you would like to help shape our social activities, please speak to Alice Platt. Moving on to upcoming events, this coming Saturday the 9th of March is the CAU Intercounties Cross Country at Woollerton Park, Nottingham. It's also the final of the British Athletics Cross Challenge. I'm going up to watch that. I'm looking forward to that and hope our athletes do well. The following Saturday, 16th of March, is the English Schools Cross Country, which is taking place at Pontefract. I know a lot of our young athletes will be there, mostly representing Kent, but some of the other counties as well. On Sunday, the 17th of March, we have a three-way mob match with SLH and Orion at Norman Park, which is also a Bennett Cup fixture. I hope that because there will be more runners from other clubs there, I hope we can get more Blackheath and Bromley people out to run and make this a really great event. Also, the family of Gordon Scotting, Gordon will be there. Gordon presented the club with the Scotting Salver as a trophy to be given in the SLH mob match, and his son Paul will be running as a guest. Older members of the club who remember Gordon might like to be there to say hello to Paul and make the family especially welcome. And then the following Saturday, 23rd of March, is the club closing 5 mile handicap, which is the final Bennett Cup race for the season. That will go off at 1 p.m. in Norman Park. And that's the first part of a series of special events on the day, because at 2:30 we will have the club photograph of all club members in their kit, as it's Olympic year. And that's one of the club traditions, to have an all-member photograph in the years that Olympics fall. And that will be followed by a special celebration of our Olympians and Paralympians, and an award presentation, which will be awards to senior and junior athletes of the year, and to volunteer of the year and official of the year. That will happen at 3:15, and that will be followed by the club annual general meeting at 4 p.m. at which, amongst other things, I shall reveal the identity of our next batch of vice presidents and my successor as club president. If you'd like a meal after the AGM, that will be available, but you will need to pre-order it with the Trackside Cafe. No bonus ball winner this week, or at least there was a winner, but they weren't present to receive their prize. So we'll give them their prize when they get next come into the clubhouse for a Wednesday night. There was no other news to pass on to you from any of the other members, so I wish you well. Sorry about the technical glitch that made it necessary to record the second half of proceedings, but I look forward to seeing you in the flesh again next Wednesday, and have a great week.